So, people who lived before electric lights were invented were certainly more familiar with the beauty and expanse of the nighttime sky. Unlike the residents of Los Angeles, our ancestors' normal understanding of nature included the Milky Way, as do many people living in rural areas uh, without electricity today. They would never have seen the Milky Way with fear and dread like the residents in Los Angeles. And let me give you two examples from the past. First, we have a story from ancient Greece that tells us how the ancient Greeks understood the Milky Way. In the Greek religion, there were a number of gods, but the king of the gods was Zeus. Zeus's wife was the goddess Hera. Now, though he was king of the gods, Zeus was not perfect in character. He would often chase other women, both earthly and divine. And in one such infamous episode, he conceives a baby with an earthly woman, disguising himself as her husband. That baby, which is born, is the most famous Greek hero, known as Hercules by the later Romans, or Heracles in Greek. Here you have a statue of Heracles from, I think, the Roman times, uh, showing famous episode where there are a couple of snakes that try to attack him and he strangles them to death. Since Heracles' mother was human, his father was Zeus, but his mother was human. He was also a human by birth. He was not a god, which means that he was mortal. The Greek gods were immortal. That means they had a birth, they were born, but they would not age and die like humans. So, according to the legend, Zeus took baby Hercules to Hera up in heaven while she was sleeping. He placed the baby Hercules on Hera's chest so that Hercules could drink her breast milk. And by drinking the breast milk of a goddess, Hercules would become immortal. Okay, Hera was naturally jealous of Hercules. She didn't want him to become immortal. So Zeus does this while she's sleeping. But Hercules sucked so hard that Hera woke up with a jerk, and instead of the milk going into Hercules' mouth, her breast milk sprays across the heavens. And that milk is what you see, or what the Greeks saw, as the Milky Way. So when they looked up at the night sky, they weren't scared like the residents of Los Angeles. They recognized what they saw as a heavenly spray of milk. That's the title of today's introductory session, a heavenly spray of milk. That's what the Milky Way is. And that's where the name Milky Way comes from. It comes from this story. In ancient India, on the other hand, the Milky Way was not thought of as being made of milk. Instead, it was a river. It was a river with pristine water flowing through the heavens, known as the Akash Ganga. This was the Ganga river that originally flowed in the heavens, with her source being the feet of the god Vishnu. The water was considered so pure, in fact, it's still considered so pure by Hindus, that contacting it could assure a person of attaining the highest heaven. A pious king on earth named Bhagirath wanted the Ganga river to come down to earth. He wanted it to flow over the ashes of his ancestors. There were about 60,000 of his ancestors whose souls were supposedly still trapped um, on earth, right? They had been burned to ashes and their souls were still trapped there since their death several generations ago. So Bhagirath wanted the souls of his ancestors to attain the highest heaven. And so he does severe penance. You can see him doing penance here in the Himalayas to please the goddess Ganga, who personified the Ganga river. And when she was satisfied, she agreed to flow down to earth from the heavens and fall somewhere in the high Himalayas. In fact, she requests Bhagirath to do penance to the god Shiva so that she can land on the head of the god Shiva who sits there in the Himalayas to cushion the enormous impact of the force of the water as it falls down on the earth from the heavens. So Bhagirath does a separate penance to Shiva, who agrees to let the Ganga river descend on his head. And from there, the different streams of the Ganga river flow down the Himalaya mountains across the plains of India, making them fertile until the Ganga river enters into the Bay of Bengal. So the ancient Indians were also not scared of the Milky Way because it was this divine Akash Ganga river. So these were just two examples from Greece and India. Every culture had stories that helped the people make sense of what they saw in the night sky. Right? Nobody wants the night sky to look like a mystery or something scary. And so these cultural stories comforted people and made them look at these um, entities in the night sky, the sun, the moon, the stars, planets, the Milky Way, as something very familiar. About 400 years ago, the telescope was invented. It was originally invented as a spyglass to keep an eye on enemy ships that might be approaching the coastal cities in Europe. You might have heard or read about Galileo Galilei in your science books. He was a famous astronomer and philosopher and one of the founders of modern science who lived in the region that is, modern day Italy. We'll meet him in detail later, but I want to point out one specific thing here that he did. He designed his own improved version of the spyglass, or you can say telescope, which enabled him to look at the heavens more clearly. And he pointed his telescope at the moon, the stars, the planets, the sun, and so on. But when he looked at the Milky Way through the telescope, he was surprised because he saw that it was not a continuous cloud of milk or any other fluid or gas as was thought until that time, but the Milky Way turned out to be a dense cluster of a huge number of discrete stars, millions of them. In fact, scientists estimate today that there are about 100 billion stars in the Milky Way. So, with the telescope, Galileo could see a huge number of stars that were, until that point, invisible to the naked eye. Scientists tell us today that the huge collection of stars making up the Milky Way is called a galaxy. But what is a galaxy? The word galaxy comes from a Greek word which, not surprisingly, means milky. Right? The Greek word galaxias means milky. And so it's not surprising that the Milky Way is called a galaxy. So here's a diagram showing what the Milky Way supposedly looks like. Okay, our entire solar system is just a tiny speck in the outer region here of the Milky Way. We can't see the spiral shape of the Milky Way. Notice that the Milky Way is shown as a spiral. Why can't we see the spiral shape of the Milky Way using powerful telescopes? So we can't see the spiral shape of the Milky Way because we have to rise above the plane of the entire galaxy to see its shape. So from our vantage point inside the solar system here, we can only get a side view of the galaxy, and that too just the stars that are relatively close to us and not blocked by other stars. So what we see is the Milky Way as a band running across the sky, similar to what you see here. So this is like the side view of the Milky Way. And these other stars are stars in other directions, still part of the Milky Way, almost all of them, but more uh, located more in other regions, in other directions.